Coming up on this week's edition of the Sports Desk, the high school football season is just weeks away now, and the Saxons of North Torrance are preparing for another crack at the league title. And it's still summer, which means there's still plenty of camping going on. We'll take you inside the Ambassador High School Coed Volleyball Camp. Plus, surf's up, dude! Check this out. We're heading to the beach for the International Surf Festival, and we're going to visit a local fencing club. That's right, I said fencing. Get ready, Torrance! The Sports Desk begins right now. Hello and welcome, everyone. This is the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. I am your host, AJ Vitone, and we've got plenty to talk about this week. Lots of great stories to share with you. But first, we did our homework here at the Sports Desk. Question is, did you do yours? Lucky for you, we're still grading on a curve. Don't forget to hit us up on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is @TheSportsDeskTV. You can find us on Facebook as well. Share your videos, photos, and let us know if you have a story idea for us or if there's something that you want us to cover. Either way, we'd love to hear from you. All right, think about this for a second. The high school football season is just weeks away. Man, it feels so good saying that out loud. You should try it at home. Trust me, it's good for the soul. Anyway, summer camps are in full swing right now, and as you can imagine, everyone's trying to establish their identity. Take, for example, the Saxons of North Torrance. In the words of LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback, although it certainly looks like one. A few years ago, the Saxons won their 4th league title in a row. The past few years, they've been rebuilding and retooling, and now it looks like North Torrance is primed and ready for that comeback. The seniors have to step it up this season in order for that to happen, though. The good news is there's plenty of senior talent to choose from. Justin Golembiowski looks to dominate at the middle outside linebacker position. Fellow linebacker and also the team's running back Saeed Galloway gained some weight and he feels stronger. And let's not forget about the arm of quarterback Sean Sigala, who believes the team's chemistry on and off the field will be a major key to their success.
Last year's team, we had a really solid team. I feel as if this year's team is just as good, if not better. I feel like we're really well put together. We have a lot of good talents, a lot of good weapons, just like last year. I feel like we'll be ready to go when the season comes.
This year, I gained a lot of weight, but I've been working out, so I feel like I'll have a better year than last year, even though I had a pretty good year last year. But it all depends on the team, and it's not all about me, so gotta help do what I can.
Kind of feel like the same. Most of our defense is all the same. We have the same people. Just missing some corners. We have a little younger corners coming in. But they work hard. They're looking prominent. They're looking pretty good. Offense, it's kind of more of a younger team. We've lost some people, but we're looking pretty good.
Strength is like how we compete, how we're all brothers. Like, yeah, we're way more competitive than we were last year. We wanted more this year.
Last year we didn't have a ton of senior experience. This year's seniors have much more experience than last year's group, so that's going to be something that we hopefully will pan out quickly early on in the non-league part of our schedule. We got some good character kids that just really work hard, so that's going to translate to some success on the field as well.
Homework on 3, homework on me, 1, 2, 3, homework!
Great stuff. In case you're wondering, and I know you are, the Saxons varsity squad will open the 2017 season when they travel to Wilmington on Friday, August 25th for a non-conference game against Banning High School. Kickoff is slated for shortly after 7 p.m. And what would a sports show be without the occasional predictions? Exactly. After all, it's what us media types love to do, create the hype and stir the pot. What can I say? We're crazy like that. So this means, you guessed it, we put the Saxons on the spot to give us their predictions for the upcoming season. So let's get right to it. Guys, where are you going to finish this season?
8-2, I believe, yeah. We've been doing pretty good tournaments. We've had some tournaments. We really came close to winning the championship a lot. We've been looking pretty good, even without minimal practice and stuff. we've come close with a lot of other teams. They come like really close on goal lines and stuff like that. And I feel like we were better this year than the teams that we're going to play.
I see ourselves going maybe 8-2, 8-2, 9-1, somewhere around that range. If we all compete and we keep our heads straight, we could be a really good squad.
Up front's always the challenge for us with depth. So if our O-line can stay healthy and defensive guys can be aggressive and get off the ball, I think we're going to have success. I think our guys can learn a lot in the early part of the year and then be ready to make a run forward at league.
You notice how Coach gave the very political answer. I like that. But hey, that's part of his job. No need for extra pressure, right? Well, we told you about the Saxons' first game of the season earlier, and here's their first home game. It's not going to happen until Friday night, September 15th, when they play host to Culver City. Greek philosopher Plato once said, and I quote, "You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation." Ambassador High School volleyball coach Paul Vigiano subscribes to this theory, and it's one of the many things you'll learn if you attend one of his camps. Coach Vigiano has been playing the sport for more than 40 years now, and as you can imagine, he has plenty of knowledge to share. And recently, right here at the LA Galaxy Soccer Center, Ambassador High School held its summer camp for Coed Volleyball. High school age students from the Torrance area signed up for the opportunity to brush up on their skills. Students like Ambassador High seniors Alyssa Bobich, who was looking to strengthen her serve, and Stephen Barker, who was there to stay active, all of whom benefit from Coach Vigiano's words of wisdom.
Who can hit the ball the hardest, have it hit the floor over the net, and bounce the highest? So what I like about volleyball is how we are so dependent upon each other for us to have a successful play in the game. And so it's up to me, if I'm the setter, to help you be a good passer. Okay. And it's up to me as the hitter to help you be a good setter so that we can better the play. 70% of what's going to happen out here is going to be what we call out of system. In other words, things aren't going quite the way you want them to go. So now you have to adjust to something that you didn't really anticipate. And to me, that's a big part of the game. That's really enjoyable, and you need to play a lot to learn how to do that.
My favorite thing about volleyball is probably how it's such a fast sport and how it's a team sport. So you have to make quick decisions, and you have to count that your teammates are going to make the same quick decisions. And so you all are working quickly, working together. That's why I like it.
The camp really covers all the fundamentals of all parts of the game: passing, hitting, setting. That's what we really try and go over, just go over the basics, so then we can start getting on the more complex stuff when season rolls around. Our boys volleyball is in the spring, so by the time the next spring rolls around, I forget a lot of what I learned the last season, but now that I'm here, I'm kind of remembering it all and relearning it all, and I'm just come back next season even better.
Lots of student athletes benefited from this summer's camp. Best of luck to all of them. And don't forget, girls high school volleyball starts up very soon. Boys volleyball, of course, is in the spring. As you know, lots of adults play softball in the summertime, and why not? It's fun, and it beats sitting on the couch watching television. Unless, of course, you're sitting on the couch watching the SportsDesk on television, then it's okay. You can stay on that couch as long as you need to. You have my permission. Okay, let's get back to the story now. There are tons of softball leagues to choose from right here in Torrance, including this one that you're looking at right here. It's a men's slow pitch league, which plays on Tuesday nights over at Wilson Park. You're watching the championship game between two teams known as Union Pride and Team Combat. Lots of excitement in this bad boy, trust me. Final play of the game, a little comebacker right to the pitcher. Nice catch, bro. Team Combat won the game, but that's not what's important. Staying active and having a good time is what softball is all about.
We've been playing softball as a team for probably about 4 or 5 years now, winter, spring, and the fall league. So we've all had a chance to play together and meld as a team. I think we do pretty good. I think it's just nice to get out, get some exercise. You know, we're all a little older and trying to get some exercise, so it's fun to come out here and play some ball and be with your friends. It's just always fun.
And we struggled in the beginning of the season, but we knew tonight we had to come in, we had to come out big. We came out big in the first game, second game came out big in the championship game, and look who's walking home the champs right now, baby. Let's
Four-time
go.
champs.
Four-time
champs.
The summer season is now over, but guess what? The fall season is starting up soon, September 10th to be exact. If you'd like to join a league, you can call 310-781-7590 or send an email to gcraig@torranceca.gov. You can always log on to torranceca.gov for more information, registration forms, etc. Okay, let's stick with the diamond and talk about another championship that was crowned recently, this time involving Torrance High School. The Tartars played crosstown rivals West Torrance in the South Bay Summer League title game, and prior to the game, Colton Kruger pitched a total of 2 innings this summer for the Tartars. But that didn't seem to matter in this one. Kruger scattered just 2 hits over 6 innings, striking out 4 and walking 1 as Torrance beat West by the final of 2-0 over at Kendall Field. For the Tartars, it was their second consecutive Summer League title. Now, if you're keeping score, and I know you are, Torrance finished 14-1 during Summer League play. Congrats to both teams on a great season. And while we're handing out congratulations, hats off to these girls right here. The Torrance 12U Select Softball team, they finished 4th in the country. How about that? They won states, then made it to the national tourney, and put Torrance on the map with their historic postseason run. If you're keeping score, and I know you are, Torrance finished 4th out of 45 teams. Wow, that is awesome. Way to go, girls. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here on the Sports Desk, but don't you dare go anywhere. We still have lots of stuff to talk about, Torrance, including this. Coming up next, life is a beach, and we should be thankful for it. Part of the International Surf Festival took place right here in Torrance, and we've got highlights from the paddleboard race. And speaking of surfing, never too young to try. These kids are catching some serious waves, and we'll have their story. So much more. You're watching the Sports Desk. It's the only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind. We'll be right back.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize,
unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
Suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
listen.
Welcome back, everyone. Remember to follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good groovy stuff. Share your story ideas, post your photos and videos. We want to hear from you, Torrance. After all, this is your show. All right, they did more than just hang 10 at Torrance Beach recently, and that's because the International Surf Festival came to town. Events were taking place all over the South Bay, but there was one event in particular that took place right here in Torrance. It's the R10 paddleboard race, and it's been going on for 20 years now. This year, it was once again part of the International Surf Festival. Paddleboarders from all over the world were hitting the waves on Torrance Beach. Just so you know, the course is approximately 7 miles long. It starts just south of the main lifeguard tower, goes out to the R10 buoy, and then back to the beach. The cool thing is anyone can sign up and compete. It's a community-themed event, and the proceeds go to several local charities. Danny Williams co-founded the event with his friend Joe Bark.
Started at Torrance Beach. 1997 was our first year, and here it is 20 years later. It seems like yesterday. Oh, it takes volunteers. My son-in-law Kyle Daniels is the spearheads this now, and since we're under the umbrella of the International Surf Festival, we get help from the county. The county provides, tables, water, the T-shirts, etc. And volunteers are the basis for this.
And here's the guy who finished in first place. His name is Matt Poole. He's from Australia, and he's been paddleboarding since he was 14 years old. It's his first time competing in this event, and his first time paddleboarding in California, period. Not too shabby for a guy who's on vacation.
It was a very nice paddle. I'd never been out to the R10 buoy before, so I was a little bit cautious when I was paddling out. Didn't know how far it was, but yeah, it was really enjoyable. It was good fun. I haven't done much training this week or anything, so it was good just to get out on the water and to come away with a win. It was super fun. It was a really cool day. Met some good people.
Congratulations to everyone who competed, and a special thanks goes out to all the volunteers. Great job, as always. Hey, once you're on the beach, why would you leave it? Exactly, and that is where our next story takes place. They say a perfect day of surfing is having fun, being in the water, staying active, and going home all tired and sandy. Sounds like a perfect day to me, and it's also what kids learn if they attend the Perfect Day Summer Camp. The #1 rule of summer camp: do not go in the water without an instructor. No throwing sand, and oh yeah, remember to wear sunscreen. It's another beautiful morning on Torrance Beach, and you're watching the kids make their way down to the hill toward the official meeting place. The Perfect Day tent is where they gather. Before hitting the water, they get some last-minute instructions, and then it's time to hit the boards and ride those waves. Check this video out. This stuff is so awesome. The instructors take the kids out and teach them ocean safety and awareness. Getting acclimated with the water is the first priority, and then the kids get comfortable with the surfboard. And as you can see, instructors are pushing the youngsters through the waves, allowing them to get a feel for their surroundings. The camp literally teaches everything, and the kids, well, they love it.
Mostly I go look for sand crabs and surf, and sometimes I go jump over waves, and it's really fun.
I like how we play a lot of games and how we go in the water a lot.
It's pretty cool because the instructors at your first week, they hold on to the back of your board so you don't pearl, and they help you stand up and they teach you how to surf.
It's always nice when the kids get involved with the water and really develop a relationship for the beach and just kind of a love and passion for being down here. And that's really cool to see kids at a young age really developing like emotions for the beach.
These kids are having an absolute blast, and the great thing is they're also learning a whole lot in the process, which is important. From toddlers to teenagers, the Perfect Day Summer Camp offers camps and lessons for all experience levels, including beginners. If you'd like to learn how to surf or simply brush up on some techniques, give the folks at Perfect Day Summer Camp a call at 310-985-1458. You can also log on to their website, perfectdaysurfcamp.com. Okay, we're going to take another short break here on the Sports Desk, but you need to stay tuned because we've got plenty more to talk about, Torrance, including good stuff like this right here. Futsal camps are all the rage, especially for the young ones, and we'll take you to one at the LA Galaxy Center. Plus, we'll introduce you to a Coed roller hockey league and a fencing club. That's right, I said fencing. You won't want to miss any of this, trust me. We'll be right back.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 5 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
That's like 3 treats in one right
Exactly.
there. Oh, man.
One of our specialty cakes is going to be our strawberry layer cake. I haven't seen any cake like this at any other bakery.
I mean, this is amazing. This is beautiful, beautiful pastry. And if you have any leftovers, what do? Call Taste of Torrance and have me come by and pick them up, and
we'll give you a call next time to come on by.
Right on.
Welcome back. Soccer camps are very popular here in Torrance. We all know that. But futsal camps are popular too. Futsal is a version of soccer that's played indoors on a hard surface. It's a 5-on-5 game and the pace is much faster, which, if you think about it, makes it perfect for kids. And that explains why so many are playing the game right now. Futsal camps have been going on all summer long over at the LA Galaxy Soccer Center on Maple Avenue. Kids are going through drills while improving their technical skills, and because the spacing is so tight and the surface is faster, it provides more one-on-one opportunities for defending, shooting, and receiving the ball. Something that, as you can imagine, kids enjoy a great deal. Kyle Holland is one of the futsal camp instructors, and he explains the many benefits.
They get probably 3 times as many touches on the ball, I would say, in an indoor futsal environment than they do in the outdoor camp environment. And with everything being enclosed, they're not chasing balls all over the place, so it just maximizes their time that they're actually playing. What we try to teach them is just proper technical mechanics, receiving, passing, dribbling, shooting, and this just helps enhance their experience playing the game. Hopefully they enjoy it more because they're having a little bit more success.
What we're teaching the kids here is pretty much the fundamentals. With the machine that we use, the Toka Touch Trainer, it's really simple and effective for the kids to learn in a very fast way. Getting the first touchdown, which is the most important touch in soccer. Also learning, all the fundamentals that come with it, controlling with all types of parts of your body, working on technique as well, shooting, striking, and passing.
Summertime really is about fun. You don't want that brain drain that everybody talks about, but mostly it's just fun. And as you can see behind me, the kids are having a blast. Andrew is one of the Toka coaches here. He's fantastic. These kids will go in here and they'll be challenged. They'll come out better soccer players.
If you'd like to get your child involved with a futsal camp, well, you're in luck. There are plenty of camps going on right now at the LA Galaxy Soccer Center. Just call 888-576-2237 or log on to lagalaxysc.com for more information. It's been called ice hockey on roller skates. That's perhaps the best and really the only way to describe what's known as roller hockey. Yes, the pace is a little different and the game itself is a little less physical, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. It's actually very fun. A lot of Torrance residents are playing right now. So grab your roller skates and join the party. You're watching the Coed League that plays on Friday evenings. It's pretty much a beginner league. Check this goal out right here from the doorstep. Nice shot. These guys and gals lace them up each week for some good old-fashioned exercise and some decent competition too. Oh, they're playing out there. Trust me. Like I said, this is a great beginner league right here. And just so you know, they also have over 40 leagues and leagues for advanced skills and more experienced players too.
When I started out, I could barely skate. But I enjoyed it. I love watching hockey. I'm a big Kings fan. So even you're like super beginner, just try it. Everybody's nice on this league. So I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it.
Well, everybody just gets together, you get to meet new faces, you meet new friends, yeah, just something to do after work, new hobbies, that's about it.
This is just like a beginner's level league, so you don't have to have any type of skill. Everyone's pretty friendly out here. We don't do like slap shots, so no like big shots or anything like that because we have the girls out here. So yeah, this is pretty much just being an adult playing this league. It's a fun time. You come down here, everyone has a good time. This league is fun. We have a lot of the girls that come out. There's actually a good amount of girls that play out here, and they all enjoy it, and everyone has a good time. It's a good time, yeah.
If you'd like to play some roller hockey or just learn more about it, you can call 310-781-7590 or send an email to rollerhockey@torranceca.gov. All right, when I use words like saber, épée, and foil, what comes to mind? If you answered the different weapons used in the sport of fencing, you are correct. Fencing is a very physical sport, and you're not going to learn it from reading a book or an article online or anything like that. You're going to need a coach to teach you all of the techniques and how to use them in real time. And the good news is you can learn all of this by joining the Torrance Fencing Club. The club meets twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the Ken Miller Recreation Center. The Torrance Fencing Club teaches basic instruction, footwork, blade handling, defense, and attack strategies. They've also produced some of the best local fencers in the area. And when you attend one of their classes, you can see exactly why.
Reason to try fencing, it's a mental exercise as much as it's a physical exercise. It's been compared to chess as far as the feint and counter feint and action and reaction, except you're doing it at full speed. So you have to have your mind thinking at full speed while you're moving your body back and forth, trying to control all these different variables at the same time to be successful.
It's pretty fun. You know, it's a high strategy game, but it's also high speed. So you have to really work on your reflexes, and you have to spend a lot of time with it to get good at it, which I think is fun.
When you join a fencing club, the first thing you learn is footwork. I'd say maybe half the game is footwork. The ability to move well, the ability to control your momentum as you approach and recede from your opponent. Next thing you will learn is basic hand techniques with the foil itself. Particularly with the young fencers, it teaches a lot of things. It teaches, for example, the value of preparation. That is, if you're going to be good at something, it's going to take time to develop. Fencing is not a sport that you can just pick it up and be good at it right out of the stick. It takes up to 7 years to develop a fencer, and so the young people learn the value of preparation.
I started here for 7 years. This is an extraordinary club for beginners. They really know their fundamentals, and the fundamentals are definitely important for fencing. It's definitely shaped me, the way I think too. Like, a lot of fencing is tactical thinking, so it's a lot of, you gotta think before you act. So it's kind of helped me train that, and it actually applies to real day life too.
After you pass their first class, the next class runs for a full year, and after that, 5 coaches are available to give you individual lessons, and that's where the real fencing begins. If you'd like to join the Torrance Fencing Club or simply ask for more information about it, please call 310-375-1792. Well, that does it for this week's edition of the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support. My name is A.J. Vitone, and I've seen, heard, and said enough for 1 week. We'll continue this conversation again soon, I promise. Until then, don't forget to follow the Sports Desk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and remember, you can email us as well. We would love to hear from you. All right, that's all the time we have, sports fans. We'll catch you next time right here on the Sports Desk.